Hi friends, thank you so much for downloading our Editable Name Practice Activity. I think you're going to love this one. So once you download it, what you're going to do is you're going to open your Downloads folder on your desktop, and you're going to right click on the activity and go Open With, because we want to ensure that we open it with Adobe Reader. Now you can see that I have a lot of other PDF readers on my desktop. You may have that as well. You want to make sure that you always open it with Adobe Reader. So if you don't currently have it, you can download it online for free. Now once you open it, you are going to have this amazing cover page that always lets you know what activity you have open. And then page 2 is going to show you the directions, and it breaks it down for you by the pages that we have each of our 10 worksheet sets on. Oh yes, my friends, there are 10 worksheet sets for you, goes up to 204 pages. You can choose to do all 10 of these worksheets or do just each individual set. It's completely up to you. If you take a look at page 3, it breaks it down for you based on each worksheet, so you can see a little preview of what each one looks like. What I want to draw your attention to is page 4. This is where we're going to fill out our class roster, and this is where we're going to individually type our student's name in the first boxes and then each individual letter in the boxes to the right of that. And what this is going to do, it's then going to take all the information that we put on this roster here, and it's going to pull them in to the worksheets that we have on the rest of the pages. Now you can see here on page 5, all you see is I can trace my name followed by a bunch of blue boxes. Now what these blue boxes mean is that this is an editable field. So until we fill out the roster on page 4, you're not going to see any of the names here. So if I go up to page 4 and we're going to click in the first box, we're going to go ahead and start by typing in our first student. Now I do want to let you know that the tab function unfortunately does not work with an editable document. You can hit tab, but it's not going to take you to the next field. So you have to manually click into each one of these boxes here. Now, if for some reason you click something and it kind of freezes up like it did on my screen here, it's not necessarily that your screen is frozen, it's just that it freezes from you being able to type in here. What you're going to do is you're going to click outside of the box to the right of your document or the left, just outside of the table, and then click right back in where you left off. And you can go ahead and continue to fill out your roster here. And I'm just going to go ahead and fill in the rest of these here. So as you can see, I've gone ahead and filled out the first 10 boxes, as I only have 10 students in my class right now that I'm working on name practice with. But there are enough for 20 individual students to be filled out at one time. You're welcome to fill out all 20, or you can just fill out the number of students that you have. Now, if you don't have a full 20 students, what I encourage you to do is at least fill out the first column here with your students' names, with any students' names, and you can go ahead and you can make up the student's name. What this does is on worksheet set 5, there is a box where students go ahead and they search and highlight their name. So it also pulls in other names from this list for them to search through. So if you were to leave these boxes blank, it wouldn't pull in all of the names for that box on worksheet set 5. So that's why I recommend you just type any names in here that you would like. Okay, so as you can see, what I did is I just filled out the first names for the last 10 people because they aren't in my class. I'm just using it as a filler. And because of this, you don't have to type in the individual letters next to them. Only type in the individual letters next to them if it's for a student that you're currently using in your class, because we have a worksheet where you'll need each individual letter. So if we go ahead and we take a look at worksheet 1, set 1, starting on page 5, you can see that it went ahead and pulled in all the individual names for you. I'm just going to zoom out here, and you can see that it pulled in Stephanie. Now see that each individual box is still blue. Again, this is not going to be there when you print. It's just to remind you this is an editable document. So if I wanted to go ahead and change Stephanie's name, maybe I misspelled it, you can go ahead and change that here as well. When we go to print these off, you're not going to see these individual blue boxes. So let's talk about how we print. We're going to go to File, Print, and from here we're going to be able to either print all the different documents, and you can see on page 5 you no longer see those blue letters, you no longer see the blue boxes. So you can go ahead and print all sets, or you can select print pages to print, pages, and then you can select whichever ones you would like to print. So if I just want to print the first set, I'm going to print pages 5 to 24. And if I take a look at these, you can see it just prints this individual first set for me. Once you have the pages set, just hit print and it's going to send it right to your printer, and again, take out all of these blue boxes for you. Hopefully all those tips and tricks that I gave you are going to help you be able to easily edit this document and print it out to get your students writing their name in no time. Should you have any additional problems, please feel free to email me. On page 2 in the directions, I have my email here. It's carrie@funearlylearning.com, and I'm happy to help you with anything that you may need help with. Thank you so much, friends, and happy teaching. Now that we've went ahead and filled out that roster, let's take a quick look at what each one of those 10 worksheets looks like just for the name Stephanie. Here's worksheet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We hope your students love these as much as ours do, and that they'll be writing their name independently in no time. Enjoy, friends, and happy teaching.